Good morning, it's Christine with Periwinkle Planner Co. And today I'm just going to do a little flip through of my planner I was using for March, and not really a setup, but what I'm going to be doing then for April, because I'm switching it up at least for 1 month. Don't know if longer or not. This is a B6 size, which is basically a Happy Planner mini size, if you're familiar with that. It's smaller than anything Erin Condren has. They did come out with their new B6 size notebooks, and those are the same size as this. This one is an Estelle. It's actually all black, but I stuck the sticker on it to make it look like a composition notebook. And this one is the Classic Weekly Vertical, because it has vertical weeklies. No daily pages, just vertical weeklies. And I did put the stickers on here, or I should say the tabs on here, so that I could get to my month, because all the months are up front. After thinking about it, I should have put these back here, like I did these paper stickers, because that's what I can't find, is where I'm at in what month. Because knowing all the months are up front, I could just easily page through the 12 layouts and find them a lot more easy than I can find the week back here. So this was my month of March. I think I have everything written in here. Yeah, didn't check off one bill, but that's pretty much how it went. And then this page in between I used to tell when I did laundry, and then sales for my Etsy store, purchases, some notes, March tasks, what's upcoming, and then my to buy or my wish list. And then it goes into the next month. So not really, it doesn't go into April or March. We have to go back here to go into March. This was the last week in March. I'm sorry, this was the last week in February, the beginning of March. So you probably saw this one if you watch any of my previous videos. I'm still trying to figure out how I like to decorate, how I like to use it, but I'm getting closer to finding out. I'm still not completely happy with my handwriting, but it's looking better. And then I use the 2 pages after the week to do journaling each day. I just write a little bit about what happened that day. And this one, I tried to make like a coffee dyed paper, but I used watercolors, and then it got so wet and so wrinkly that I actually had to iron it because the pages were so bad. And when I close it, you can definitely point out right here where these are at. I actually want to kind of do it again though, because I do like it. It was hard when I made mistakes, because I had to either cross them out or put a sticker over them, like here, because you can't very well white out on green. And then here's the journaling for that week. I did stamps on here. Some of these are stamps. Drew that. Here's some stickers. Here's a receipt. And then here's the next week. Now these are all stamps, and then I colored in underneath them. One thing I like is the stamp ink is waterproof, so I can color and it won't smear, but my pens are not, so those smear even when I highlight. So another thing I'm trying to get used to. Yeah, so I used some more stamps in here. I used it for my vitamins and my medication, and then for the weather. And I did use some stickers in here still too. And then when I had, actually, I think I stuck these ones in. Sometimes when I make mistakes, I'll put a sticker like this, and so that's what I was going to say. I may have made a mistake, but there's a lot of boxes, so I think some of these were on purpose. And then here is the journaling for that week. Stamps, some stickers, some receipts. I have the 7 days of the week, and then down here I write some extra stuff. I learned how to play frustrated rummy with my daughter and son-in-law, and it's very fun. Okay, and then here's the week of the 17th through 23rd. This is St. Patrick's Day. I didn't really like this one because I kind of pre-did it and put all this green in here, and then when I got to the week, I didn't like that that green was there. So it's really hard not to go ahead and decorate because it's so creative and so fun. But I find that if I do that ahead of time, then when I get to that week, I don't like it. And then like on these were canceled, so I had to cross through them because doing anything else, here's another cancel, you know, I don't know. And then here I didn't have enough room because I wrote the sticker, so I had to write sideways. So yeah, I don't know. For me, it's easier to decorate kind of as I go along than before. So I'm finding that out too. And then my pen didn't seem like it was writing too well this week. Or maybe it was me, who knows. And here is the journaling for this week, for the week after, for this whole entire week. I started doodling in here a little bit there and here. And I like this one. I did decorate this one more so I didn't have a note section down here, but it still worked out. And then this is the last week. This one, I kind of just put it together just on a whim, and I actually ended up liking how it turned out. And I was kind of sad that this is the last week, because now for April, I'm doing something else. And here's the journaling that goes with that. And this one I think turned out cute too with the colors I chose. So from the beginning, way back in January, I wished I had a daily planner because I wanted to journal and I just had no room to journal. And then in wherever I started the journaling in here, in February sometime, I think, obviously not there. Did I start journaling here? Yes, I started journaling then in February here, and it kind of solved the problem of me wanting a daily journal. The problem, but you know, you just keep thinking I can do some, I want something else. That's just what happens. You know, there's so many planners out there, so, and of course, you're going to think, well, maybe I need a daily planner. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't go and spend my money, but I did make myself a B6 daily journal. Now, this is a little one. It's only for the month of April because I want to try it out and see if I like it or not. And I figured if I made these, I could keep making each month, and then at the end of the year, bind them together and have, you know, one big book like this. So I watched some videos and I learned how to make this. And I even stickered it up just like the real thing here. Just to make it look real, because, you know, sometimes when you make your own stuff, you're like, it's not as good because I didn't purchase it. I made it. So I'm trying to make it feel like it's a real journal and not homemade. And then, yeah, and then I have this old, it's really nice. I don't know if, yeah, it's, my husband had this really old book of graph paper. I mean, super old. I was going to see if I could see if it was still even available, but I never did look it up. I might do that sometime. So I used that to make this, and then I sewed it together. I don't know if I have the middle, where exactly the middle is here. I guess I can't tell. Okay, then I sewed it together, and then I didn't like how it looked, especially on the outside, so then I put washi tape down here, and it turned out just fine. And now this was a piece of pattern paper, but I copied it onto cardstock, and then so is this, and then I glued the two together to make it, you can see they're kind of coming apart here a little bit, to make it thicker. So I have the month of April in here, and this is printed out, and it's kind of got a blue shade here. I don't know if you can get that, but, and then the lines are kind of a green. I did it in colors I like, because I figured I'm making it for myself, so I might as well do it in colors I like. So I did that, and then I decorated it with some stickers. Then here's my old pencil board from my other book. I have to make a new one. And then I made on this side month tasks. So then I put all the, I'm writing a to-do list basically for the month, things I want to get done, and then crossing them off when they do get done. Here's the events. The only thing I did here that I don't like is the date is so small. So I had to write the 20th this way and then Easter that way. But it's okay. And I don't know what the date is for the EC Planner launch in April, but that's going right there too. It's going to obviously be out of order, but that's how it goes. And then I have a box for Periwinkle Planner sales, and then a box for my laundry. So then I'll just highlight. These don't match up. You know, they don't, the first was not on this day, but I actually have 31 days. I only need 30. I should wait that out. There's only 30 days in April. I didn't even notice it. I just did a box with, oops, with the numbers through it. It doesn't mean that it's on the same date, but I'm going to highlight it on that, on the date, even though it's not the correct day of the week. That's what I mean. So like if I do laundry on the 10th, I don't know what day of the week 10th is. I think it's a Thursday. Even though the 10's here and it should be there, it's fine because I know I did it on the 10th. That's all I want to know. And then this page is what I'm using it for a commonplace page. Now, I don't know if you can tell there, but this paper, everything ghosts, which kind of makes me sad, but yeah, I think it kind of makes it look lived in, so it's okay. I have writing on the next page, and you can totally see it through here. And then my stamping came through, so I stuck some stickers on to cover up where the black came through here, because I really didn't like that. And I'm not sure. Oh, this is coming through from the other side, that dot. Oh boy. Oh well. Right here. So this is how I am starting this out. It's a daily planner, so this is today. So I have my to-dos right here, all the way here, things that I want to get done or sometime this week. And then I have my medication and my vitamin up here, and I only took my medication, didn't take my vitamin. And then I'm starting to track my blood pressure because that's what this medication's for. And I have a doctor's appointment in 1 month, so I just want to see how it's working. And I did it 3 different times, right around the same time, and it changes, which is so weird that it can go from 153 all the way down to 135 within 5 minutes. So it may be the inaccuracy of my digital blood pressure cuff is what it could be. And then here I have dinner, and then here I had the temperature, and then I actually woke up to snow today, so I had to note that because we had almost 75-degree weather the other day, and then today it snows. And then instead of journaling about my day, I started off on these first 2 days with a journaling prompt. And it says, what activities or interests excite you the most? Reflect on how you can prioritize and incorporate them into your daily life. So then I answered that prompt. I have another prompt over here for tomorrow. I already have all my to-dos, probably will add more, but I have most of my to-dos here for tomorrow too. It's a new planner. I wanted to go ahead, and I'm going ahead. But I think that I don't know if I'm going to be doing prompts, because then I feel like then I'm not getting my memories in for the day. But I did leave myself this much room, so I might write a little blurb about what happened today down here. And then some of these already, like this is wrong. I'm not doing this tomorrow, so I'm going to have to stick a sticker there, and I already messed that up. So it's not good to write ahead. It really isn't. But I was so excited, so. But I have to add in the weather for tomorrow. So I just have, these are stickers that I got from Temu, and I'm just deciding how, see, look at, I even wrote stuff down for Wednesday already too. I'm deciding how I want to do the layout. Like up here, I added my bills for the day, and then the dinner, and then my medication. So I'm going to have to, I didn't think about the weather. I'm going to squeeze the weather in here. So I'll probably do the same thing on, these 2 days and add some color to the page too. But then the next day, I changed it up again. I don't have lines all the way in here. Like I'm going to draw a line down the middle. And here I'm going to draw some lines, but I just haven't decided where I want the lines to go yet. And here I was thinking about putting all this stuff down here, but I still put it up there. There's just so many ways you could lay it out, and I don't know what works best for me. So probably by the 15th, I'll figure it out. But these first couple days, I don't know. So I only went through and I put the stickers in, but I didn't put anything more. So like this, that's something I have to do on that day already. So it just looks like this the rest of the way through here. Just gonna page quickly. And then on the 30th, this is my anniversary, so I stuck a sticker on there. And there's just a few pages extra in the back just to jot some things down. This one goes with the pages I printed there. It's just the way you put it together. You have to have something on the page. So then I started a packing list because I'm going to go see my daughter. And I did a pen test to see what goes through, and basically everything goes through. And then I just stuck my days of the week stickers back in here. And then that is it. So it doesn't stay shut, even though it's this small. It does stay open flat, which I like, but it doesn't stay shut. So I've been keeping this little clip on the top to keep it closed. But it's really nice just to have this little planner. And then when I'm going to visit my daughter, all I got to take with is this and some pens, maybe some stamps. I think I'll pre-stamp, and I can go. Even this is small compared to, the big, anyway, can't even get it, the big planners. Whoops, sorry. The big coil planners. Taking this versus this is a big difference. Still smaller than a full-size planner, but I don't know, just trying something different, seeing how things work out. I'm really liking the bound book, and I'm really liking the size. Last year I did start out in January through April. So I always switch in April. I don't know why. I started out in a mini happy planner, and I really liked it, but then new stuff came out and I switched. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to be notified every single time that we upload. Bye. We'll see you in the next one.